Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nemeka Onyeka Adereli. I am here again to remind us of the urgent need and imperative for us to recreate the visions and dreams and industrial programs and policies and legacies of Dr. Michael Okpara. Between 1959 and 1966, as the premier of the old Eastern Nigeria, Michael created over 214-kilometer agro-industrial belt. Does it not occur to you? And the military guys actually did their own part, especially Yakubu Gowon. Between 1974 to 1978, Gowon, 1978, yes, between Gowon and Obasanjo, they created massive agro plantations. The Okumu oil was planted between 1976 to 1978. Okumu oil was done under Murtala Mohammed and Obasanjo. Adapam, this Adapam you are seeing here in Imo State, the 4,300 hectares of Adapam was planted between 1975 to 1979 between Yakubu Gowon and Olusegun Obasanjo. Those were military guys that created some of these legacy assets. Presco was created by Unilever in 1937. Later, the old Midwestern government took over, and later they were all privatized. The current governors and local government chairmen are doing nothing tangible to create agro-industrial belts. And that is where we are getting it wrong. And that is why we have decided to step in and from the private sector end to drive this. We've developed a very unique program execution framework, which we tagged the Missions Community Diaspora Private Public Partnership Arrangement. We are working with communities, we are working with missions, we are working with well-to-do individuals. We are acquiring lands in key locations with one thing in mind: security. In any community where there is security, we work with them, we buy land, we develop palm plantations. Let me tell you, I have said it to anybody who cares to listen. From the stretched massive land in the north, we can create a $109 billion agro wealth every year. We can raise and generate $25 billion annually just doing the date palm plantation. In the western region, we can create an annual $19 to $25 billion wealth doing the cocoa value chain. In the south and the southeast of Nigeria and the middle belt, we can create over $100 billion revenue doing just the cocoa, the moringa oleifera, and the palm plantation. And so the governments of the day are doing nothing. So we've decided to take up the challenge. We are setting up agro clusters. It's economy of scale. What it simply means that we are buying land, we are bringing mechanized equipment, we are clearing, we are planting. The whole essence is to be able to cover the over 1.4 million tons of domestic supply gap of the palm oil. Like I've always said, we won't need to plant 90 to 120 million palm trees, new species that can do up to 30 to 40 tons of fresh fruit bunch per annum. We need to do 90 to 120 million trees. We need to develop 400,000 to 700,000 hectares of new plantation. The same thing for cocoa, the same thing for moringa. We have a target of doing 11,000 hectares of moringa oleifera. For the cocoa, over 60,000. And for the smart houses, we're targeting about 18,000. And we need at least a tractor population of not less than 2 to 3 million in Nigeria. Bulldoze almost 1 million. And it's not something government can do. What we always ask government is to provide a secured, enabling environment for the private sector investment to flow. And we wish again to appeal to the Minister for Finance and those of them out there in charge of policy making. Please, we beg you. This long structure of before you import any agri equipment, you have to fill in forms, do this and do that, then wait for the Honorable Minister to approve it, go through the labyrinth of public sector bureaucratic bottlenecks that is layered with criminality and corruption. Is not going to help us. The law is there. The policy is there that if you're bringing agro equipment, let it be zero tariff. If you're bringing in tractors, zero tariff. Buses, zero tariff. Trucks, agro trucks, zero tariff. Even agro tricycles, zero tariff. Everything that has to do with agro equipment, zero tariff. And somebody does not need to fill in applications to the Federal Ministry of Finance. Bring in your invoice, indicate what you brought in. When you're clearing it, let the customs scan. If it's agro equipment or those listed equipment, let the person carry his thing and go and begin to produce in Nigeria. There are 4 factors of production: human capital, which we have in abundance; land, which we have sufficient in Nigeria, both the surface and beneath surface facilities; and then we have funding. We can easily raise funding. That one is the easiest thing to do. Then the most important thing is equipment. We do not produce equipment, so we can actually import it. Zero tariff. Basically, what we are trying to do is we are buying land, we are clearing. If you have a community, let your community meet together. Bring out 200 hectares of your land, 300, 500. Call us. We will bring mechanized equipment. We will help you clear the place. We will bring you the high yielding cultivars, the variety that will give you the maximum yield. Not the kwashoko things we are doing here. Organic. We will help you to plant it. We will bring agronomists that will manage it. At the end of the year, it's not free. We're not Father Christmas. We will take 20% of the profit from it. So what is the big deal? Your land is there lying fallow, being used by bandits and kidnappers as safe haven. Reclaim your land. Plant it. For the individuals, you can do the same thing. For diasporans, the surest way to plan for your retirement is not going to invest in Ponzi schemes and any schemes that offers you 300% on investment. You can gradually buy land, plant it, get us to manage it for you. So you have your land, which is there, appreciating in value. You have your better biological assets, which will give you annual revenue stream every year. And of course, you have tangible, credible, accountable managers in Cefapco and Bazaar Agro Services who will run it for you. We will create jobs. We will create wealth. We will help end insecurity, because when some of these youths who have become idle instruments in the hand of Satan gets gainfully employed, they will not have time to be doing any harness. Come, let's work together. Michael Okpara did it, but the current governors, most of them don't want to do it. So we cannot fold our hand. When they see us doing it tangibly, some of them, their hands will be forced to come and support us. Abia State has provided us beautiful land opportunities. We will tell you where to buy. We will help you recommend where you can buy land cheap from the communities. We will help you develop. It's your land. Thank God in Abia State government, you can process your CFO within 6 months. No story in your name. The governor, Dr. Alex Oti, and his people are waiting for investors. Abia State can attract and nurture nothing less than $500 million investment annually. The environment is there. We have an enterprising governor who is ready to support his team, from his commissioner for agric to the commissioner for local government, from the Attorney General. These guys are ready to support any willing and honest private sector investor to create agro value chain wealth. Our plan is very simple. In every local government area in Abia State, working under the MCDPP framework, we will create about 1,000 hectares of the latest palm plantation. We'll do similar for cocoa, we'll do similar for moringa. So it's gradual, we will build up. Any other state governor in the southeast that want us to work with them, even members of National Assembly, you don't need to buy a bag of rice during Christmas to dash people, and then they will eat it and they will poop it out. Create value. Those 1 billion naira constituency project allocation you get, go and use it to create agro-industrial cluster. What Michael Okpara did 60 years ago, we can relive it, we can recreate it. This country is paradise, and let's all work together to make this place a livable place and help us to rescue the over 197 million Nigerians who are still living under the World Bank poverty threshold. Contact us on WhatsApp 090909000989. WhatsApp 090909000989. Mobile 0813-444-1140. We will provide you with all the business plan development, or the technical input, or the mechanized support, or the high yielding cultivars of every variety of these seeds. And we have the smartest agronomists you can see anywhere. Very young and energetic men and women who wants to create value and make impact. Plan your retirement. For those of you who have become in the public sector, you cannot do without stealing. When you steal, please don't take the money outside to go and invest everywhere. Go and buy land in your village. Go to Okpara West. Go to Bende. Go to every other secure place in Omaya or Enugu State. Buy land. Call us. We will help you develop it. A hectare of the palm plantation, we give you $7.5 million annually revenue from the fresh fruit bunch. A hectare of the moringa will give you times 2, times 3 of that. A hectare of the banana or palm, Cavendish banana or plantain plantation can give you the same kind of return. Cocoa is even huge. A ton of cocoa is selling for $11,000. A ton of cocoa bran is selling for $400. So a hectare of the green species can give you 1 ton per annum. And you own it. The land appreciates. Your biological assets is your revenue. You're not investing in any point thing. You own it. And you can easily go to Abia State or any of these governors. They will process your CFO for you. Let's make life livable. Let's make life sweet for a majority of us. We are taking some of this risk, doing some of these things, because we are driven by that passion, that vision to relive and recreate what that legend, Dr. Michael Okpara, did over 60 years ago. Thank you. Come, let's go on this walk. God bless you. Share. Let it go viral.